Welcome back to the channel, friends. Today, we're diving deep into another fascinating coin from American history. History and value of this video. So let's get started. The 1973 one-dime United States of America coin, popularly known as the Roosevelt Dime, is a piece that carries both historical and collectible importance, even though in most old circulated conditions it remains a common coin worth only face value. This dime was struck in three main mint facilities: Philadelphia, with no mint mark; Denver, with the D mint mark; and San Francisco, with the S mint mark for proof coins. The Philadelphia Mint produced more than 455 million dimes, while the Denver Mint struck an equally large number, and the San Francisco Mint created around 2.7 million proof coins for collectors. Because of such high mintages, a 1973 dime in worn condition is almost always valued at 10 cents, the same as its face value, since it does not contain silver and is composed of a copper-nickel clad alloy. However, condition and mint origin greatly affect collector interest. A 1973 Philadelphia dime found in circulation and showing signs of age or wear will generally bring no more than its face value, but an uncirculated coin in MS-63 grade may bring around $2, with MS-65 examples reaching $6 to $10, and coins that show sharp full torch or full band details. A designation given when the horizontal bands of the torch on the reverse are clearly separated can fetch $25 to $100 or more. The 1973 D dime follows a similar pattern, with circulated examples valued at face value, but mint state examples grading MS-63 worth $2 to $3, MS-65 around $8 to $15, and full torch examples sometimes exceeding $100 at the highest quality levels. The 1973 S-proof dime, created specifically for collectors, is more valuable depending on its finish. Ordinary proofs are worth $1 to $3, while cameo or deep cameo proofs can range from $10 to $30, and those certified in top conditions such as PR69 or PR70 DCM can reach $50 to several $100. Additionally, errors and varieties from 1973 increase collector demand. Examples include off-center strikes, broad strikes, missing clad layers, and doubled dies, with values starting at $25 and going up to several $100 depending on the severity and appeal of the error. While most 1973 dimes in old worn condition remain only worth 10 cents, high-grade mint state coins, flawless proof examples, and unusual error varieties bring strong premiums in the coin market. This combination of common circulation finds and scarce collectible varieties makes the 1973 dime both an ordinary coin of its era and a piece of interest for dedicated numismatists. The 1978 D1 dime United States of America coin, minted at the Denver Mint, belongs to the Roosevelt Dime series that has been in circulation since 1946 and remains one of the most recognizable small-denomination coins in American history. Like all post-1965 dimes, the 1978 D was produced in a copper, nickel-clad composition over a pure copper core, and therefore contains no silver, meaning its intrinsic metal value is less than its face value. Over 390 million dimes were struck at Denver in 1978, which makes this coin very common in circulation. For that reason, most examples found today in old, worn condition are worth only 10 cents, essentially their face value. Coins in lower circulated grades, such as good, G4, very good, VG8, fine, F12, and very fine, VF20, generally show heavy wear on Roosevelt's hair and facial details, but they remain spendable with no real collectible premium. In extremely fine, XF40, and about uncirculated, -50 Australian dollars to -58 Australian dollars condition, there may be slightly more interest from casual collectors, but the value is still usually under 50 cents. The real appeal comes with mint state examples. A 1978 D dime graded MS-63 is valued at about $2, while an MS-65 example can sell for $5 to $8. Coins in MS-66 condition bring more attention and can be worth $20 to $30. The rarest are superb gem pieces graded MS-67, which can command $100 or more, especially if they carried the coveted full torch (FT) designation. A full torch coin shows strong strike quality with full horizontal and vertical lines on the torch on the reverse. These are quite scarce for 1978D and are highly prized by advanced collectors, sometimes reaching over $200. Error coins also exist from this year, including off-center strikes, broad strikes, double-struck pieces, and missing clad layers exposing the reddish copper core. Such errors can range from $25 to $200 plus depending on rarity and eye appeal. Proof coins of 1978 were only minted at San Francisco with an S mint mark, so no proofs exist from Denver. This makes all 1978D coins circulation strikes, and most remain abundant in pocket change to this day. In summary, while the 1978D Roosevelt Dime in old, worn condition is generally only worth face value due to its massive mintage, collectors search for high-grade mint state examples, full torch designations, or dramatic mint errors, all of which can carry significant premiums. This dual nature, ordinary in worn condition but collectible in pristine or unusual form, reflects the broader story of modern U.S. coinage, where preservation and rarity determine value far beyond everyday use. The 1983 one-dime United States of America coin, commonly referred to as the Roosevelt Dime, is a piece of American coinage that may appear ordinary in daily circulation yet holds layers of collectible and historical value depending on its condition, mint mark, and strike. The coin is composed of copper, nickel-clad with a pure copper core, no silver content, since regular circulating dimes stopped being struck in silver after 1964. Its obverse design, by John R. Sinek, features the bust of President Franklin P. Roosevelt, while the reverse depicts the torch of liberty flanked by olive and oak branches, representing liberty, peace, and strength. In 1983, the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, produced approximately 617 million dimes. The Denver Mint, with D mint mark, struck about 730 million pieces, and the San Francisco Mint, with S mint mark, struck around 3.27 million proof coins specifically for collectors. Because the Philadelphia and Denver mintages were so high, most 1983 dimes in old, circulated condition are worth only their face value of 10 cents and remain common in pocket change today. However, collector value becomes apparent when coins are found in uncirculated or special conditions. A 1983 Philadelphia dime in circulated state typically sells for just 10 cents to 20 cents, but in higher grades such as MS-63 it can be worth around $2, in MS-65 approximately $6 to $10, and in superb MS-67 with the full torch designation, showing sharp and complete details on the reverse torch. It can command well above $100 due to scarcity of fully struck examples. The 1983 D dime follows a similar value pattern, with circulated coins at face value, MS-63 at $2 to $3, MS-65 around $8 to $15, and MS-67 full torch examples often exceeding $150. The 1983 S-proof dime, made at San Francisco, was not issued for circulation and has remained a collector-only coin since production. Ordinary proof examples trade for $1 to $3, but cameo and deep cameo versions with strong contrast between frosted devices and mirrored fields are valued at $10 to $25. While perfect PR69 or PR70 DCM specimens certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC can achieve prices ranging from $75 into several $100s. Beyond regular issues, error coins from 1983 add another level of interest: off-center strikes, broad strikes, missing clad layers exposing copper or nickel, and double die errors are all known and collectible. These error coins typically begin around $25 for minor issues but can exceed $200 for dramatic and visually striking examples. Despite being a high mintage modern coin, the 1983 dime is sought after by Roosevelt Dime specialists in top condition or with rare varieties, and completing a set with well-struck full torch coins remains a challenge. In old worn condition, however, Most examples remain worth only 10 cents, showing how common they are in everyday use. Still, the coin embodies the story of 1980s U.S. coinage, abundant and ordinary in circulation yet capable of achieving significant collector value when preserved in pristine condition or carrying striking errors, making the 1983 Roosevelt Dime a perfect example of how age, grade, and rarity influence numismatic worth. The 1987 D1 Dime United States of America coin, a Denver Mint issue of the Roosevelt Dime series, is a small but significant coin for both everyday commerce and numismatic study. Like all circulating Roosevelt dimes minted after 1965, the 1987 D dime was struck in copper, nickel-clad composition over a pure copper core, containing no silver, which means that in old worn condition it is almost always worth only its face value of 10 cents. The obverse of the coin features John R. Sinek's portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a design first introduced in 1946 to honor him after his passing, while the reverse shows the symbolic imagery of a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. In 1987, the Denver Mint produced more than 754 million dimes, making this coin extremely common in circulation. Because of this large mintage, most examples found in old, circulated condition today are valued at just 10 cents to 20 cents. However, uncirculated and higher-grade examples have collectible premiums. A 1987 D dime graded MS63 typically sells for about $2, while MS65 examples can bring $6 to $10, and superb gem coins in MS67 can reach $50 to $100. Even more desirable are those designated full torch, also known as full bands, where the bands on the torch on the reverse are sharply defined and fully separated. Such examples in MS67 FT condition are rare and can command well over $150. Proof coins for this year were not produced in Denver but in San Francisco, meaning all Denver issues were business strikes made for circulation. Error coins from the 1987 deminting process also had collector interest. Off-center strikes, broad strikes, missing clad layers exposing the copper core, and double die errors are known, with values beginning around $25 and rising to several $100 depending on how dramatic the error is. While the vast majority of 1987 D dimes in old, worn condition remain common and worth only their face value, coins preserved in pristine mint state, those with strong full torch details, or rare error varieties carry much higher premiums. For collectors assembling Roosevelt dime sets, the 1987 D is considered a plentiful issue, but the challenge lies in obtaining high-grade coins with exceptional strike quality. Thus, the 1987 D Roosevelt dime represents the dual nature of modern coinage, an ordinary workhorse of circulation in old condition, but a potential collectible treasure when preserved at the highest levels of quality, or when struck with unique minting errors.